Hey guys, what's up? It's Eric from True Evolution again, and coming back to you with another Q&A video. I really want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel lately. It really means a lot to me, so I want to do something a little special for y'all. We're gonna put if you go to mytrueevolution.com and use code special20, you're going to get 20% off of anything that we have, any of our services on the website. And that's going to be only for people that watch this YouTube video right here. That's code special20 and you'll get 20% off. Today we're doing a Q&A video. These are really good questions. I'm super excited for y'all to, it looks weird here, doesn't it? Show a little bit of the chest. I think it's really good questions, really good information that y'all are going to have. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, guys, let's get right into it. I got my notes here because y'all know I have terrible focus, very ADD. First question, what foods should you be eating before and after a workout? Really good question. So before the workout, let's kind of like dissect it and think about what goes on during a workout. In a workout, you want to have energy, and if you're doing some sort of weightlifting, you're going to be using muscle glycogen that's stored in the muscle, and a lot of times that's going to be glycogen that was stored the day before. And a little bit is going to be a little bit different whether you're dieting or not. When you're dieting, I don't think it matters too much what you eat pre-workout. I do like a little bit of carbs and a little bit of fats pre-workout. So that can be something like orange, half an avocado. You can do an Ezekiel bread with some peanut butter, maybe some honey drizzled all over it with some sea salt. Really good pre-workout meal. Something light. I like training a little hungry, so I'm gonna have that meal about an hour and a half before. You can also do some protein in there. Sometimes I'll just do a protein shake, and with the fats, I'll either put in a tablespoon of a peanut butter or almond butter, or I'll actually even put a tablespoon of some avocado oil in there. You hardly taste it. A tablespoon is still getting really good fat, so it's what the fats are meant to do. So the carbs are for energy, and if you notice, I use simple carbs. So like the honey in there, that's going to get into your bloodstream very fast. What the fat's going to do is actually slow down that absorption. Fats have a higher caloric rate per gram, and it also slows down the digestion of anything eaten with it. So that's why I would put a tablespoon of avocado oil into the protein shake, so it slows down my body's absorption of that protein. Especially if you're drinking a whey isolate, that thing gets into your body, or a hydrolyzed whey also, they get into your body so fast. The fats just help slow it down. Now, after a workout, I like simple sugars. So I like smoothies with fruit and some berries. And that could be blueberries, strawberries. I can even, like, if you're in a pinch, I even like sometimes a little squirt of honey. Or if you like more of the supplement route, you can do a protein shake with some waxy maize in it. That's a high molecular weight carbohydrate, gets into your bloodstream really fast and is very clean carbs. So yeah, carbs and fats pre-workout, and some good simple sugars, simple carbs post-workout. You could even do like rice or potato. I normally like doing a shake with some waxy maize initially, or a fruit smoothie initially, and then about 45 minutes getting down and having another meal after that. Next question, what should I look out for when buying nut butters? And great question. So my favorite are going to be peanut butter and almond butter. You can do cashew butter too. I find that those are a little more fatty. But what you want to look for is, as soon as you pick up, let's say it's a Jif or a Marinade, or something like that, or a Justin's, you're gonna flip it around. You're gonna look at the ingredients and make sure they don't add shit to it. Like, make sure there's no sugar in it. Sugar has other words that they like to hide the word sugar, like sucralose, maltodextrin, dextrin, glucose. They'll put other words like that, which means sugar. So just look for a clean product that's just usually just gonna have peanuts and some sort of oil, or almonds and some sort of oil. You know, usually they use soybean oil to mix it in there. You can actually make peanut butter at home if you have a food processor or even a blender. Just some. If you're doing peanut butter, just some peanuts, and you can do some avocado oil, and then blend it up. It might take a while. It might not look as put together as some of the ones in the grocery store, but a lot of times those are put together with preservatives. If you notice, the more natural nut butters are very oily. They separate, and you almost have to throw them in the refrigerator, or else they're gonna still be separated. What oil should I be cooking with? Are sprays okay? Sprays are okay. I don't use them because they kind of scare me. I'm like, what? How the heck did they make it a spray? It confuses me. I don't know the, information behind it. I don't think its sprays are gonna kill anybody at all. But I like using oils. Which oils should you be cooking with? You're gonna look for oils that are high in monounsaturated fats. One of the highest is actually olive oil, but it's kind of twofold. So something high in mono and polyunsaturated fats, but also something that has a high smoke point. If it has a low smoke point like olive oil does, it's going to burn when you cook at high temperatures. So olive oil is a no-no when cooking. It's something that you should drizzle on at the end, but not cook with it. Absolutely not. I like the ones that have a higher smoke point, like avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, peanut oil. Those are kind of my three favorites. I use avocado oil right now. Mac oil is a little harder to find. Australia and I believe South Africa are the only places that produce macadamia nut oil. So you really have to find it in season. You can do it on Amazon, but I'm not going to order macadamia nut oil, every time I run out of oil. I'm just not going to do that. It's not practical for me. Next question, how do you plan an effective workout? Great question. First, we got to set a goal. If you're trying to really build muscle, be strong, or build muscle hypertrophy, then I like, then we're going to have some more of like a bodybuilding splits, maybe like an upper body, lower body, back and biceps, and your rep ranges are probably going to be somewhere 8 to 12. It's what I like it, and maybe about 20 to 30 sets per workout. If if you're planning to work out to gain strength and be stronger, I like more of the 5x5 workouts where you do 5 sets of squats, the big threes, the squat, deadlift, bench press, and you do 5 sets of 5 reps of really heavy weight. If you're planning to work out on running, a 5K, which I believe is like 3.5 miles, something like that, then you run. You run until you can do 3.5 miles and not be holding your side at the end of it. So yeah, to plan an effective workout, first you're gonna work backwards. You want to figure out what your end goal is, and then work backwards and figure out what's a good style. Like I said, if it's for hypertrophy or muscle gain, you want to do more of a bodybuilding split. Strength gains, muscle gain or fat loss are going to be in the same category. I would just up the cardio more when we're working with fat loss as well. I like low intensity, steady state cardio in the mornings while fasted. And those you can do for a longer duration, 30 to 60 minutes of something small like a walk or a mild jog. And then after you have some food in, you can do some of the more higher intensity stuff like the Tabata or HIIT training. What are intro workout carbs? Intro workout carbs, and I think Mark Lobliner over at Tiger Fitness started intra workout. Well, we started more like the BCAA's intra workout. Intra workout carbs are something that bodybuilders use because they're always trying to stay anabolic. They're always trying to stay big. So they might sip on some BCAAs. They might sip on some waxy maize. Some of the old school strength guys used to do honey. Take a squirt of honey while they're in between sets. You don't need them. If you're trying to be the next Mr. Olympia, yeah, I absolutely understand. Go ahead and do that. Or trying to be as big as you can. If you're trying to lose weight, you're having your pre-workout already. You're having your post-workout already. You don't need an intra-workout. Whenever you eat, whenever you're digesting something, blood needs to go to the stomach in order to perform digestion. And if you're working out, doing tricep pull downs, doing barbell rows, the blood's gonna be in the back. The blood's gonna be wherever you're working out, and you don't want the blood to now take away from your pump and go to your stomach and try to digest that food. You're probably not gonna digest it until after the workout, anyways. So I'm not a big fan of intra workout carbs unless you're trying to be the Mr. Olympia. If I have a physical limitation, how do I go about building muscle? Example, nerve damage, back injury, and arthritis. Now, this one's a tricky one. Definitely consult your doctor before doing any exercise when you do have ailments. That's going to be tip number one. Tip number two, probably get a trainer, get someone who's certified that can that's experienced with those type of ailments, and what's the best exercises for those. And number three, I would say do what you can. If it hurts to squat, don't squat. Or try squatting with TRX bands. Try squatting with a chair or something like that. Nerve damage is hard because that's not something that you can lift weights in the gym and improve. That's something that is probably going to stay there for a longer period of times. Back injury, same thing. Do what you can. You don't want to be deadlifting 400 pounds when you have a back injury. Slip a disc and make it make your recovery time even longer. If it's a bad back injury, take some time off. Do some ice bath, do some cryotherapy, get some massages. If your doctor suggests surgery, do the surgery. Arthritis, I would say do what you can. If you can work through the pain, work through it. If it's too much, move on to something else. And last question, how do you lose weight fast? Well, it depends on your definition of fast. Fast for me would be 3 weeks. I think you can lose 10 to 20 pounds in 3 weeks. That's absolutely realistic. A few tips for that, I would say, is workout. I would be doing some fasted cardio, low intensity in the morning. Maybe 30 to 60 minutes while fasted. Do some strength training 3 times a day, and do some more higher intensity workouts. Make sure your caloric intake is low. You're in a deficit. If you're trying to go real fast, I'd probably go no carb. I'd probably go keto, raise your fats. I'll do another video on that later. And I'd make sure you're drinking at least a gallon a day of water. Yeah, so just combine those things together. Low intensity cardio in the morning while fasted. I'd probably go low to no carbs to make the weight go by fast. Exercise, do some heavy lifting. As heavy as you can go, it's going to burn the most fat. At least 3 times a week. And drink at least a gallon of water a day. You'll see the weight come off. I'll probably throw in maybe 1 or 2 days of high intensity cardio for that. It's going to be consistency. It's going to be dedication. There's really not, that's a healthy way to do it. I guess you can take a bunch of diuretics, but you're not going to feel as good as you think you might look. Yeah, so that's all the questions, guys. Like I said, use code special20 to get 20% off. I appreciate everyone that has been subscribing. You can email me at eric@mytrueevolution.com with any questions. New blogs are being posted at mytrueevolution.com. Go ahead and check that out. And I appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks.